Hi, everyone. Welcome back. And also, welcome to the Vibe with Kyle as I tune, I join you all the way till 12 midnight today. So keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well. I'm going to talk about yoga. I know I don't look like a guy who does yoga, who just, I look like a guy who just, does a lot of it. Well, not in a while, actually. But, that's because I blame it on Corona. All right. I blame everything on Corona. No gym, that's because of Corona. No job, well, no, it's because of Corona. That's how it's going to be. All right. And hope everyone's actually having a beautiful evening. And we can also, we're going to talk about travel. We're going to talk about pop culture. We're going to talk about let's talk about some yoga too. No, I mean because like from the topic I have for you today is actually going to be some amazing retreats. Okay, that where you can go for yoga. I'm going to tell you this one thing because like I found this amazing place, okay, and now it's called the Tree actually in North Yorkshire. Okay, now it's best for relaxing and also, well, obviously yoga. Yoga is all about relaxing and making sure that everything in your life is yin and yang. You know what I mean? Yin and yang. That's a Bruce Lee quote. Anyway, so we actually can have a better lifestyle, even though we have a lot of things that are in our minds that we actually don't want to be, deal with, right? Like problems. I got a lot of problems. Yeah, we all do. This is why yoga was. Can I say invented? No, I can't say invented. I'll say yoga was created. Okay, whoever first found yoga, well, and he went through a lot of problems. So with yoga, also it can. I'm just going to talk about why yoga because I've done a few classes, and when I say a few, a couple, because then again, I am also not the most motivated kind of person to go to because but I can motivate people, but I can't motivate myself. I need someone else to motivate me. I need someone to carry that boat with me. And most of the time, even when you're going through a lot of hardships, okay, now Corona was a time where everything, okay, like would just bring you down. Okay, maybe you lost your job last year. That maybe like everyone's thinking, okay, oh man, a lockdown would go for a long time, right? And then it was so long that you are just absolutely doing nothing at home. You're just being on bed and you miss traveling. Okay, now when I say traveling, I don't mean to like actual destinations where you can be having a relaxing time or having a vacation, but traveling as in from home to work and work to a friend's place or even from friend's place back home, right? That's still traveling. So we actually miss that kind of routine we used to have, right? I mean, hey, it's although relaxing is something what everyone assumes that we should just sit back, relax, and enjoy the time. It actually means, okay, relaxing with your life, basically going according to your day-to-day life, right? And having maybe a friend or two in need, just in case you want to relax while you're thinking, what if you get a question, man, what about this? And then you're thinking, oh wait, I'm alone, I'm relaxing alone, right? I mean, you can always relax with another friend. You can just have a normal, decent conversation with a friend. Actually, can actually help you relax more, right? Some people, of course, can listen to music and also just hey, just relax. Hey, I like this song. Okay, that's there are so many ways that you can relax, well, which I cannot mention, but you know what I mean. All right, there are a lot of ways to relax, but we are going to talk about what we can do to care, well, to go to places, okay? Because some of the restrictions actually now allowing us to go traveling. So why not, right? The Tree, North Yorkshire. Now make the most of your weekend with a break at the Tree. Now it's not exactly like a tree, but the place looks amazing, and it's all like, I think it's made out of wood or something, and there are lights too. But obviously, what am I saying? Yoga classes mostly you'll find wood because apparently the material wood is actually very calming for yoga classes. And so here you relax and connect all against the backdrop of the rugged North York Moors National Park. Wow. Okay, and I mean you can see the hills from through the windows, and why not, right? This looks like an amazing place to actually keep going, and even for a weekend, like every weekend, just just to just zen. Mhm. So most of the time as well, when we have Monday to Friday, yeah, we meet a lot of people, we meet our friends, sometimes they really get on your nerves. Okay, and most of the time when they do, we just want to be like, okay, I know you're my friend, but I need some time from you. I need some time from the world. So I'm gonna go. You never tell anyone. Never tell anyone where you're going though. Make sure that like even though like when you are like going for maybe a private vacation, okay, maybe just for yourself or maybe with your loved one, you can always like don't need to tell anyone. Just the two of you or just you. You can always have a good time. And right when you come back after, you can always tell your friend like, "Why didn't you tell me?" It's like, no, once in a time. Once at least once in a lifetime, you should actually have some time for yourself. Or when you say yourself also, sometimes people do not like to be alone. All right, people do not like to be alone all the time. I mean, come on, even I don't like to be alone. Some private time, it means not just for yourself but also with, well, your partner too, right? And you can also be with them, and also like have a good time with them. Have a private time, like just to get away from reality, and then back, have a vacation from reality, and then back to reality again. Hey, we have to come back no matter what, right? We have to keep moving forward. But no one said that you can't take a break. So the tree, okay, now it's a weekend with a lot of features and tasty veggie meals, now including Sunday lunch as well. Afternoon tea, sauna, jacuzzi time, your choice of spa therapy treatment, workshops on relaxation techniques such as qigong. Choose the yoga weekend option for a similar itinerary, right? But with more downward stuff. You leave refreshed, and also they guarantee that you will be recharged and ready for another time. So, hey, what more could you ask for, right? We go for vacations because we want to get away. All right. We also have many things that we can do, but we want to have a private time too, right? A private time we don't have to worry about who's around us or anyone judging us, what with whatever we do. And it's basically what we all can. Okay, and if you have a question also, here's the number right here. Okay, 07852473473. And keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well, where we will be talking more about yoga, all right, and travel and pop culture. Okay, how can we actually put this together and keep, well, move on with our lives, and also keep moving forward, and many things as well. So make sure, okay, that with whatever you do, even if you want to go for traveling, that you go with a positive mind. Like, hey, let's face it, a lot of people, actually almost everyone, go through a lot of depression, right? And so the one way that we can actually get away from depression, okay, is actually traveling. Okay, changing your environment. Okay, if you really want to, like, so maybe you're at your own home. Okay, maybe, and for the weekend you don't really have to go outside, but you can also go to maybe your grandparents' place. Okay, let's stay there for the weekend. And it's still a different kind of environment where it will help you change your mindset, or even help you uh, you know look after your mindset peacefully and change it the way you want. Okay, not the way other people want, or whatever whatever it is. But it's basically having time for yourself. Like I said again, you don't have to be alone. You can always be with the love of your life, or your best friend, and be like, maybe he or she actually needs a change for themselves too, right? So when we're doing that, right, and most of the time as well, like, we have, because we get stuck. Okay, we are humans end of the day, and we still want to be like, I don't want to ask people questions, I don't want to ask advice from people, but eh, I need some help. Yo, bro, what's up? You're like, I need some help. Yeah, okay, I'll be there soon. People forget that we actually, well, we actually, like, we forget that we need help. Okay, all of us need help. There is not a single person out there who doesn't need help. They may say no, all right. They may say a lot of things. Like, they may say, no, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm all good. I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Seriously. That's double acting, man. Sometimes you forget what our friend, that's what friends are for anyway. The song says so, so why can't you say so? So make sure that you always talk to your friends anyway, before traveling. Also, if you want to travel alone, go for it. No one's saying no. If you want to travel with a friend, go for it. Again, it's all cool, right? And so maybe have a lot of have more time actually to spend with your friends while you are in a different environment. It will help you a lot, because see, you will be taking your mind off reality, and also still with your best friend. Okay, he's a part of that. He's not just a part of reality, or he or she is not a part of reality. You also take them as well, because they are there for you too. They're there for you. That's why they're called your best friends. All right. So we'll be talking more about this. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I have nowhere to go. I really don't have a place to go. My mama kicked me out, so I'm here to just talk to you the whole day. All right. Keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well. You can send us a number. Actually, send us a message on this number, 078 52473. All right. Keep it locked, keep it tuned in, and we'll be back also with more right after this.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh, so that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts, mainly one because they're nice and bright. So they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. But yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in like calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh, so that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick. Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. Why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young, well, still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it." And that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me. Why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. I've just, or daughter, I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Climb Mount Everest. That is that's in my bucket list. You're laughing, but that is the facts right there. I'd love to do that. That is something I'm looking forward to do, hopefully.
Climb Everest.
Mount Everest. I mean, okay, not the very tip of Mount Everest, maybe the base camp at least.
You're talking about mental health. Well, if you went out and got some exercise in the fresh air, that would improve your mental health. It will make you feel better.
That's true. That is true. I wholeheartedly agree. But then for some people, it's how do you find the motivation to, especially when it comes to riding a bicycle, to do it again and again and again and again? It's a cycle that you have to be used to. How do you do it? What makes you wake up in the morning and decide, hey, I'm going to pick my bike up today. I'm going to cycle. What makes you want to do that?
What makes me want to do that?
Yeah. What do you like? What could you give listeners, like people listening in right now? What kind of tip could you give them?
Well, the first tip I would give them, if you haven't tried it before, try it. It can open up new horizons. It'll make you fitter. It will definitely make you fitter. Cycling is one of the best forms of aerobic exercise you can do.
It sounds like, if you think about it, yeah, it sounds like great fun. Because what essentially you're trying to say is also at the same time, when you, if you look at it from this perspective, with regards to mental health, especially when you look at it with mental health, this is another way to fight it. I feel like you go outside, you meet more people, you interact with, socially, you will interact with more people, and you're keeping fit, you're making connections, you're breathing in the good and exhaling the bad. I feel like that's a great thing right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got a better way with words than I have, I'll tell you. But you're quite right. What you say there. You're quite right.
I've been doing this for quite some time. Hey, you'll get the hang of it.
I've been doing it for about 10 minutes now, so yeah.
That I can never really understand people staying in one room the whole day when you can have the world to see. I am a traveler. I travel. I love traveling. Traveling is just one of the things I do. And yeah, on top of my bucket list was, to one time, hopefully when I get there, go to Nepal and climb Mount Everest. That is that's in my bucket list. You're laughing, but that is the facts right there. I'd love to do that. That is something I'm looking forward to do, hopefully.
Climb Everest.
Mount Everest. Okay, not the very tip of Mount Everest, maybe the base camp at least.
Base camp, yeah.
At least.
Would you be able to cycle there?
Oh.
Hi. So, welcome back to the show, and as well, I got more fantastic stuff to talk to you about. Okay, now we spoke about the tree, North Yorkshire. Okay, and that's what we'll be discussing today on the Vibe with yours truly, Kyle, till 12 a.m. Okay, so keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well. We have more fantastic topics to talk about. We'll be talking about yoga, and also we'll be talking about something about vaccines too regarding the travel industry, and also we'll be talking more about fantastic things. I gotta say, I got some great goods right here, man. So it's all for you, all right? So keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well. You can also send the number on 078 And also, you can even download our app, iOS, and on the iOS and also Android as well. Follow us on Instagram at Relax Radio. Okay, you can also like us on Facebook, and well, so many things that you can do. All right, and hey, we got TikTok too. All right, TikTok is the new. I just read about that how TikTok is the biggest. It plays a big role now in the field of pop culture. All right, and we have actually, like most of my friends, okay, they have their own passions, and then well, with TikTok, okay, they actually can change how they can show the world basically, okay, what they love to do. All right, and with most of the time, okay, and they would like to like take a video of maybe it's their sports car. All right, maybe it's COD Mobile, okay, games, screen recording their games and also just putting it out there to show that, hey, I do this. And isn't that wonderful? So mostly, like, some people dance. Of course, the dances are the main thing on TikTok. You know what I mean? And also, well, the things like, buzz it. And even with TikTok, okay, you can actually, there are people who are also DJs, okay, especially music DJs who actually love to mix music together. And when they do, okay, when they do, they actually, like, music videos, they can actually find the BPMs on that, and they put it together on TikTok and everything. I mean, I tried it once on my account, but oh, I'm not a DJ like that. But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. It's like basically we are basically editing a video just to make sure that, like, you're having fun with it. Okay, so that is why, a lot of people are using TikTok. Now some people don't even do anything on their accounts, right? They just are there, they're just there to just watch the videos, and what the new trends and everything, and the new music. Okay, some TikToks actually have music from the past as well, and which they, okay, actually have been covered or remixed and put into good use. Hey, some people actually can sing on TikTok now. And also now TikTok allows 3-minute videos. It was usually 1 minute, and now it's all 3 minutes. But I did try some, something regarding the videos. But the thing is, but the 3 minute, I couldn't find this songs that were actually available for 3 minutes. It's all like instrumental, rock and all that. But I'm guessing they would come back to that, and also, well, hopefully there will be maybe the whole song will be there on TikTok from now on, right? Make your own music videos, right? I mean, a lot of things can actually do. Now that is another way of actually relaxing, okay, to things, okay. You can relax, and that's why you are here on the radio station. It's right here, okay. So you can. This is why we are here. We're going to help you talk about. We're going to talk to you. All right, and not that, and not we are not the only ones who are going to talk to you. Okay, you can even talk to us. All right, we are here for you no matter what, because we are. That's what we do. All right, and that is who we are, because we are wonderful people here, and we would actually love to help anyone who is in need of help. And if you do want some travel tips, well, listen to this. All right. Now, the second place is called Gaia House in Devon. Okay. Now, it's best for meditation. If you're a person of who's on like enlightenment paths, okay, and mostly, like, you want to have well, more time, and you will just want to have time, just like, go into your Zen mode. All right, and just make sure that, like, hey, have a nice time. Well, when you go for this place, okay, this is a wonderful place, by the way, Gaia House Devon, and it's actually, like, proper COVID free, and everything related now is COVID free. So make sure you also have to follow those rules. All right, don't just be like, oh, whoa, I can do whatever I want here. No, let's be responsible people. So now, if you're sick from working from home, okay, listening to the tiny bit of the next doors, well, that the next door people, they always want to be like, yelling, and also, and some people actually can't even keep their noses out of our business, right? And so you just want to like, okay, you can't stop some things, okay? You can't always stop someone from talking about you, and uh having um having things to talk about, right? Like you just can't stop it. People are still going to talk about you whether they like it or not. So you have to, like, take some time for yourself. Let them talk whatever they want. Okay, listen, people. I know a lot of people actually do care what people think. All right, but if you are a really good person, and if you are doing because it makes you feel good, and if some person actually, let me tell you, like, if somebody feels like, oh, you're just going down to people, you're just like, you're just being available for everyone else, and then after that, yeah, sure, I mean, but I'm not expecting anything in return, right? So I can do whatever I want, right? And so if you want, do whatever you want. Okay, be the person you want to be. Okay, quit listening to people who think that, like, who are going to tell you what to be. Okay, no, I think you'll be good like this. Oh, wait a minute, I think you'll be good like a clown. Oh, really? Well, wouldn't you like that? So, well, remember that even for travel, okay, you can go wherever you want. All right, go wherever you want, right? Relax anywhere you want. You don't even have to go for well, you don't have to go for like big places, but you just want to go somewhere where you can actually find some peace of mind, right? Think Kung Fu Panda. Okay, you could always be like Kung Fu Panda. All right, you like inner peace, inner peace. I mean, that was a great movie of inner peace. And even your master Igwe could even be like, how, at such a young age, you define inner peace? The student has become the master. So it's time for you, the student, to actually, start being the master of your own self. Okay, you can, sit in a peaceful woodland right here at the Gaia House, Devon. Now, this silent retreat, it runs year round, and it programs of insight meditation. Okay, where sometimes we try to relax. Okay, we try to have a peace of mind. We think that we can actually have a peace of mind, but there are some things, okay, that actually block us from actually thinking, oh, okay, wait, where is that motivation that you had at the start? Where is it now? Why can't I see it now? And then you're going to be like, well, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to let it go. Don't let it go. All right. There are things that you can do, and there are a lot of things that you can actually do, but you need to release that pressure point. All right. You need to release that, get away from that block in you. Okay. A very dear person actually told me this, and it's like, it's not that you can't do it. It's not that anything. It's all about that block that you need to get through. Okay, and then that block turns out to be not just a wall, but it's actually a door which is waiting for you to open. So you're the only one who can open it. You see, but it's your choice whether you want to see it as a wall or a door to the next room. All right. So more like that. This is why yoga has actually helped people become better than who they are. Okay, than they were yesterday, and better, and today they are better than they are yesterday, and tomorrow they'll be better than they are today. So now, the silence of this of Gaia House, Devon, is meant to create a sanctuary for contemplation and deep inner exploration. Okay, exploring yourself inside, okay, is actually in within the mentality of actually getting through, is actually making sure that you have the mindset. Okay, the mindset doesn't need a block. You just need to think, okay, I'm going to get through this. All right, I'm going to get through what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to get help. Okay, the biggest thing to actually to well the biggest thing that you actually can do is choosing, and also is that knowing that you need help, right? So sometimes you don't want to talk to anyone about it. Maybe you don't even talk to you don't want to talk to your friends. Maybe you just want to be with your girlfriend or with your boyfriend, and you just want to talk to them, but you can't talk to them clearly because you are not in an environment where you can have that privacy with them, and you just want to let them know that, okay, this is what's in my mind, and this is what I need. But it's going to be, if you're in reality, you're just going to get distracted from it. Okay, sometimes yes, you have to get away from reality to make sure that you have to have a brighter future, to move on, actually to move through reality. Get away from reality, take a break, and then come back. Okay, I'm ready now. I'm all trained and I'm all charged up, and let's show me what he got. Okay, and you need, so especially the silence. Okay, sometimes even at your own home, maybe you're really close to the street and you just hear ring. Oh, wait a minute, what was that? Oh, a race car, people racing. There goes my sleep. So a lot of things can actually put you down. Okay, that is because of the environment you are in. Most people actually say that, when you're stressed out when you get a phone call, right? What happens? Well, a wise person once told me, okay, if someone is being very if you get stressed out for a phone call, like every morning, that's that one phone call, maybe it's from your boss, right? It's from your boss, and they say like, maybe you've been the ring. Oh no, maybe it's boss. Oh no, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble. And then you're gonna be like, oh, it's just you. What's up? Hey, how are you? It's just a friend. But you have already stressed yourself out before you even answered the call, even looked at your phone, that you have now wondering that okay, that was all for nothing, right? Overthinking much? So every aspect, okay, of whatever you do could be could be done in a very positive way. Okay, you can change the ringing tone of the phone, because why do you actually get stressed out before you even see, or even before you even look at the phone, or even why you hear it first? You know the sound of the phone, you know the sound of your own phone, obviously, and so oh, I'm getting a call. So just change your ringing tone once, I know, maybe once a week, right? It will help you actually be less stressed. I mean, you'll know the phone is ringing, okay, but then again, you won't have that stress level, that's so much of stress level that you had that you when you got from the earlier ringing tone, right? So change your ringing tone to make sure that you reduce your stress when you get a phone call. Okay, now if you are traveling from London to Gaia House to Devon, it says here that it takes 3 hours and 45 minutes. All right, let's just give it an exact 4 hours, okay? With the 50 minutes, I mean, you want to stop for a break and stuff. So 3 hours from London Paddington, or 4 hours from London Waterloo to Newton Abbot, then short taxi ride or car share. Well, it's easy travel as well, and it sounds like a nice drive too. I mean, road trip, and then yoga classes, and then, hey, relaxation, recharged. Why not? This will be amazing. Okay, so let's talk more about where the other places you can go for. I mean, there are many people who have actually, have dedicated their lives to making sure that other people have, a peace of mind, and also who need the peace of mind. Okay, remember, the choice is all yours, though. Okay, if you do have something which you would like to share with us, you can always give us a call, send a message, or even ask a question on 078 52 473 473. This is Relax Radio, and you're tuned in to The Vibe with yours truly, Kyle, all the way till 12 a.m. Keep it locked, keep it tuned in. We'll be back with more right after this.
One of the easiest ways to increase your net worth is to ensure that you have higher cash flows. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to not buy things on hire purchase, not buy things over months and months because you can't afford them now, but you want it. It's kind of that delayed gratification. Rather than buy that couch, that car, that stereo, that computer, whatever item, and pay it off over 12, 24, 36 months at an interest rate, rather invest that money, make do with what you've got, and then after 12, 24, 36 months, take the money that you've now invested and buy that good. An asset could be anything that appreciates or reduces a tax bill. So it could still be a liability, but it reduces their tax bill. And I'm not going to go into the technicalities because that's out of our remit here. However, for our use or our purpose, what we are talking for the listeners here is I would put this definition of an asset forward. An asset is anything that increases your income. Anything.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, if you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends, and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK.
Well, sometimes I think I also need a vacation because sometimes I'm really missing out on a lot of things. And so hope everyone's having. And we'll be talking more about actual things that can actually go right, and we'll be talking more about will be okay with that. Okay, and let's see what we can also do regarding how we can travel more and be with a lot of people, and where we can actually have more more relaxation, let's just say. Okay, because yoga is all about relaxing, it's all about calming your mind, and also it's also more about having a lot of things to do, right? Because you need to relax to lift a heavy weight in life as well. So mostly, all right, when we go for a lot of things, right, especially a lot of things, we have to be very calm. Okay, and we have to think. Okay, so this is the part where gets very confusing, or actually very hard, to be honest. Okay, we want to go out for a relaxing time, maybe with a girlfriend, and also with the boyfriend, or maybe with even a best friend. Okay, or I mean with a couple of friends, right? We want to have a proper time. We want to have a proper planning. We want to have everything else, but this is where it gets tough, because we want to be like, okay, I need to go on this trip, but I don't have time to plan it. What do we do? Let me tell you one thing. Just find the destination and just go. All right. Just go on the weekend. This weekend, you are going somewhere. You're going to be like, okay, I need this vacation. I really need this vacation. And I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Why not? Why not? Indeed. Right. So mostly when we do that, we just unplanned vacations are the best. Gotta say, unplanned vacations are actually the best. Okay, so when you go to a vacation not even planned at all, you just have to go there and just wing it. Okay, when once you do wing it, okay, like wing it, and we will be like, hey, okay, this was actually unplanned, but it worked out really well. Why not? Okay, just get your girlfriend, all right? Get your best friend and also his girlfriend to an outfit. Let's just go on, okay? Just double date a trip or something, and have a good time with everyone. And but also remember it's Corona time. Okay, and this is the new normal, so we have to be very careful of what we do, and just follow all the guidelines. Even though you have been vaccinated, doesn't mean that you are completely safe. All right, but that doesn't mean that just because you have a indestructible shield that you don't have to be like being the big boss and being like, I'll knock on this guy, I'll knock on that guy. No, you just need to be completely being the good person that you are, and making sure that you have a wonderful trip at also Eco Yoga Scottish Highlands. Now it's best for eco warriors. Okay, now those who love this, okay, those who love to read, those who love to, they also seem to be having like go off the grid kind of thing, quite literally at this eco yoga place, in surrounded by hills, lochs, and forests. Now this is properly in nature, one with nature. This center is the perfect retreat, okay, for nature lovers, the people who love nature, and also people who love yoga too, right? So if you're now imagining back to basics camping in the wild, imagine again, okay, that a lot of things can actually go well for you if you actually do some yoga, and with underfloor heating. Whoa, what's that? Underfloor heating. Thank you very much. Okay, they've actually thanked us on this. They're like, yeah, I'm like, what? It's like underfloor heating, and they also said thank you very much. Well, you're welcome. Overlooks the gorge of the river Lever. Each veggie meal comes fresh and from the organic garden when you're done brushing up on your tree pose. The tree pose. Something like this? I have no idea. Maybe something like that. I really need a lot of things to actually work out in my life, because see, I'm dropping things, and but hey, look at his face. Okay, never mind. Don't look at it. But hey, even these places that we can go for. Okay, now the Scottish Highlands. Okay, now yesterday, I was talking to you more about these things, and Scottish Highlands actually do have some amazing places to visit. And hey, I'm not going to talk to you about Corona. Okay, we already know about Corona. We know about its variants. We know about that extremely dangerous one, the Delta variant. Yeah, that is not exactly a good friend, is it? So you already know that you need to be safe. All right, whatever you do, remember that you need to be safe. You need to be calm, and also you need to keep moving forward. Okay, and do not worry about Corona, but stay away from it. All right, ignore it. Do not even look at it. Don't even touch it. But then this is where you can actually go back to a normal life. All right, now when you're done brushing up on your tree pose, and you take advantage of the eclectic bathing areas. Sounds nice. Anyway, inspired by the Japanese tradition of Shinto communal bathhouses, there's a hot tub under a glass. Man, these are some really nice words. I know these words. It seems to be like having a lot of things, but a geodesic dome, bathing spots dotted around the forest. Well, you'll want to namaste here forever. Well, actually, yeah, I would love to namaste there forever. Now I must stay. This is The Vibe with me, Kyle, and also hope you're tuned in as well. And I also hope you're having a wonderful day and also a wonderful evening. Remember, you can always give us a call on the number 078-52-473-473. And also, I'll be here with you till 12 midnight tonight. Okay? And right before, we all know that there is no more 10 p.m. sleeping. You are going to be here looking at me. All right? We'll be back with more. All right? Keep it locked, keep it tuned in. We'll be back right after this.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? But when you are basically going out and during a day, you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. You buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true that the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK. We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value, it may still be doing quite a good thing.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts. Mainly, one, because they're nice and bright, so they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in, like, calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh, so that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick.
Welcome back once again, and I hope everyone's having a good time as well. And also, once again, thank you so much, Matthew, for sending the message. Well, yeah, I would go with the first one too, bro. And the first one was what we talked about was the tree, North Yorkshire. Okay, it actually has a very nice ring to it, doesn't it? Especially for yoga, the tree. Isn't that wonderful? And we do have a lot of a lot of places more to go, and it could mean just like Matthew picked his own place. Okay, hope you have a good one. And also yoga hub retreat, East Sussex. Okay, now there's another place now, best for bespoke getaways. Okay, now this cozy retreat is a home away from home where the yoga style and level can be tailored to your group. Well, well, well. Well. Yoga style all the way. And also, it's a cozy retreat. It actually looks like you're just going into another home of yours. Okay, and I mean, that's what we all want, right? We all want to not be at home, but also feel like we're at home. Yeah, and that is the best part about it. And but it looks beautiful. Okay, it has a really nice home look to it, and also it also offers personal development coaching sessions, silent walks, and cycle rides to the East Sussex countryside, along with the opportunity to relax and curl up with a good book or a hearty home cooked feast. Oh, as you can see me, I would love the feast as well. Some actually have the relaxation of just food. Okay, now for most, I mean, you know, eating while you are stressed is actually very helpful for most people, and we actually want to just have keep well I mean, eating for me, okay, yes, I can eat like a bottomless pit. All right. So obviously, that I would obviously go for anything, and I would eat and eat and eat because I love eating. Okay, who doesn't love eating? So we have other things. So some people they don't like to eat; they like to drink when they're stressed. Or they like to. Or it helps them relax. What I mean is like maybe having like beverages and also just juices, mango juice and all that. They would actually they'll just love it. It's the taste of nature that actually helps them calm down. Right. Sometimes yeah, we go on a sweet tooth too. Sweet tooth. My goodness. Sweets are like most of it. Okay, sweets are like the main thing that everyone would do to get out of stress. So we have most of the things that we want to do. And this wonderful place called the Yoga Hub Retreat, East Sussex, is also, you can share the retreat with up to 4 friends, plus your new BFFs like Albie and Esme, the resident Cocker Spaniels. Oh, doggies. Yeah. So I mean, it's already right one of my favorites right now. Okay, I mean, if they're gonna give you yoga and also like doggos and like dogs and the floofs, like as some people call them, they will be like, all right, yeah, that's the place. I'm a dog lover. The dog just gave it away. That's that's the money maker right there. Albie and Esme. I think I will pay a visit. Mhm. So if you're getting there by car, 1 hour and 30 minutes from London. Okay. By train, it's from 1 hour from London Bridge to East Greenstead, then 30 minutes by bus. Hey, a lot of people have to travel by bus. Okay. This is why travel is actually interesting. Okay, we see most of the destinations while we're traveling. We go to a certain location, but on the way we look at the places we follow, right? I mean, the London Bridge, of course, always a view to see. And we would like to like enjoy the trip, right? We do not want to go, some of us, of course, we fall asleep, right? We just want to fall asleep early, because so that when we get there, we actually want to spend time there, because you want to get there to actually spend time there and also experience a lot of things in life. And so we would want to be like, oh, I'm curious, I'm going to sleep the right. Okay, and when you're coming back, you're not going to sleep coming back, right? Well, if you're a really big sleeper, then yes, then you will sleep. Well, yeah, coming back, of course, then you will see that you'll still see the same thing, because you're coming back on the same road. But a place like this, when you select a place like a homely place, okay, and also with two cocker spaniels, like they're definitely going to be the new BFFs, Albie and Esme. Okay, you'll be looking after them, and so it's amazing. It's an amazing place. So why not, right? Relaxing sometimes, yes. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, it does go hard on the pocket, but hey, it's not like it's not worth it, right? Everything is worth it. So why not? Keep going for it. And you can always have a place to be here, and it's going to help you. All right. This place is not just for your vacation, it's also to help you become a better person, and also help you become, okay, who you are meant to be, my friend. Okay, if it's who you are meant to be, it is who you should be, right? You should find yourself first, right? Most of us, yes, we do actually. We have actually found ourselves by actually well, by other people. Okay, we based our lives on other people. We thought, oh, this person says I am like this. This is who I should be. What if it's not? All because you believed only the person who told you that, like, hey, you're this person. I'm like, yes, I am. From now on, I am. No, it's not going to work like that, people. Okay, you just got to keep on believing that you will find yourself, okay, the way you want to, okay, and the way on your method. Okay, if people came up with their own theories in psychology of how you can actually come up with your own thing, okay, why not? Why can't you do that? Okay, what about your theory? What if you come up with your own theory, and then after that you are going to be, well, put it to the test. Your best friend, I say, use him or her as the guinea pig. They'll be like, come here, sit down. Okay, so tell me, what's your problem today? I mean, just do that and try it. Okay, if they're like, yeah, it didn't work. All right, so but if they're like, what? And okay, you made some impact in their lives. Okay, so always, okay, I mean always have a positive attitude. Okay, that you're gonna find yourself, no matter what or how long it takes, you are gonna keep moving forward. All right, you're gonna keep moving forward. You are somehow gonna find your way. And people are not going to tell you who you are. You are going to tell people who you are. All right. So keep it locked, keep it tuned in as well. We'll be back as well with more. And, we also spoke about a few other places. The three in North Yorkshire is best for relaxation. The Gaia House, Devon, is best for meditation. And also Eco Lodge, Scottish Highlands, best for eco warriors. And Yoga Hub Retreat, East Sussex, best for bespoke getaways. Okay, and don't forget Yoga Hub Retreat. I'm not showing favoration, but it's nice to see that they also have two dogs, just to be your BFFs for while you stay there, Albi and Esme. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. So keep it locked, keep it tuned. We'll be talking about more as well. And also, all right, also make sure that you find the place that you want to go. All right, if you want something for yoga, I'm not just saying that you should be like, all right, let's just say that you're going to do this, okay, and that you are going to be I'm going to be this is what I want to do, right? Feel free to make your own choices. All right, and feel free to actually keep moving forward. And make sure that even sometimes, yeah, your best friend also could need the same thing. You're gonna be like, hey buddy, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna find ourselves. You're not gonna be, what? What's wrong with you? What you been doing these days? And I'm like, let's find out. Give us a call as well on the number 078 You can download our apps on the Apple App Store or even the Android Play Store. And you can follow us on Instagram, and that is Relaks Radio. Right? Like us on Facebook, and also just click the bell button every time we go live. You can always, click and watch and say what. You can always put a comment. You can always drop the comments as well. We would love to hear you. And also thank you for most people who actually sent a message, like Matthew, who just sent a message saying that he would go for the tree, North Yorkshire. All right. Well, that's a great place to go for. And yes, it would be very nice. But Matthew, once you're done with this, I say you go for the others. Okay, I mean, you can go for Gaia House, Devon, like I said, and I mean, they all sound like wonderful places. Okay, once you're done liking with your pick, okay, experience it, have fun, and then try out other places. Okay, but I'm pretty sure if you're really comfortable with a certain place that helps you relax your mind and also makes you keep moving, helps you move forward. Okay, you would stay in that place. All right. But remember, life is not about staying in one place. It's about moving forward. All right. Choosing everything that you want to do. All right. choose the right thing. Okay, always choose the right thing to do for yourself. Love yourself first, and then you will eventually love others. Okay, if you don't love yourself, you might think that loving yourself seems selfish, but to be honest, it's the other way around. Loving yourself is actually selfless. You're looking after yourself. You're keeping yourself fit. You're keeping your mind relaxed. Okay, you're keeping you're keeping yourself balanced. Okay, and mostly we do want to have a lot. We do want to have a lot of things that we want to set up and have all of that. But when it comes to having a mindset that can actually help you move on, to actually help you love yourself, okay, you would want that, right? Because if you love yourself, like I said earlier, you'll be fit. You'll love yourself so much that you'll want to be fit. You'll want to eat healthy. You'll want to talk nicely to people. You want to talk respectfully. You want to be a better person. And those will affect other people in a positive way, okay, in a good way, that they're going to be like, man, this guy is amazing. He's a selfless guy. They're not going to call you selfish for loving yourself. All right. But as long as you are looking out for them, okay, even during this time, if you want to go out for traveling, if you want to go out for some yoga places where you can actually, be in one with yourself, you can always go to these places and take your friends with you. All right. Don't do this alone. I mean, you don't have to do it alone. If you want to, that's up to you, but that's okay. No one's blaming you. We understand. Everyone understands that we all need our time for ourselves, right? So let's all be together as one and make sure that we have an amazing time, okay, wherever we go, okay, even if it's going next door, all right? Some people, they might be actually knowing what I'm talking about. The Tree North Circle, oh, wait, it's right next door. Well, what you waiting for? Go have some fun, man. What you doing? Right, we'll be back with more right after this.
One of the easiest ways to increase your net worth is to ensure that you have higher cash flows. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to not buy things on hire purchase, not buy things over months and months because you can't afford them now, but you want it. It's kind of that delayed gratification. Rather than buy that couch, that car, that stereo, that computer, whatever item, and pay it off over 12, 24, 36 months at an interest rate, rather invest that money, make do with what you've got, and then after 12, 24, 36 months, take the money that you've now invested and buy that good. An asset could be anything that appreciates or reduces a tax bill. So it could still be a liability, but it reduces their tax bill. And I'm not going to go into the technicalities because that's out of our remit here. However, for our use or our purpose, what we are talking for the listeners here is I would put this definition of an asset forward. An asset is anything that increases your income. Anything.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, if you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if that, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK. Definitely, in the UK.
Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset, And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Yeah, that sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter. Yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it," and that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Welcome back to the show once again, and let's go for our yoga classes. Our break is done. Let's go for our fifth lesson, actually our fifth destination. Okay, for yoga. Now, if you are a person who loves nature, like really a lot, okay, most people love to be in a house but around nature, but then there are people who also like to be in nature. Okay, what I mean is camping, right? People love to camp, right? So we actually can make sure that we can actually stay in a place where we can actually have nature around us. Okay, now the Shafam Trust Devon. Okay, even Devon has actually wonderful places to visit and be one with nature, like through yoga. So best for getting back to nature. All right, that's what they say. It's best for getting back to nature. See, with all the buildings coming up and with everything being cutting down and everything, we also want to be like, yeah, we were supposed to be the country with a lot of trees, but now it's with a lot of buildings. It's not like the buildings are going to give us fresh air to breathe, is it? No, even that's going to be hard to get now. So when you do get the chance, I mean, we don't know how it's going to end for for the environment, for our nature. We might actually be like, maybe there might not be nature. Maybe even to visit nature next time, they might actually. We might actually have to pay, right? Oh, you want to go here? Well, here you have to pay. Oh, like, but it's in the earth. You're like, no, but we already claimed it, so it's ours. Well, this wonderful place here, okay, the shop from Trust Devon is best for getting back to nature. It's all about camping. It's all about in the forest area, and it's all about taking off into the woods and just for a while, and even having a nice time with nature. We feel refreshed, feel actually have the experience of having the experience of relaxing through nature, because that is the number one medicine that anyone could have. And yeah, well, nature is the best thing to do. Okay, nature will have everything that we want to do, and we want to climb a tree and just sit on a branch and just wait. And hey, if you're a big guy like me, don't do it. All right, just stay below the tree. Okay, and if you're a skinny guy, of course, or even if you're skinny, or if you're very agile, and if you're very if you're not scared of heights, go for it. But if you are scared of heights, I would suggest there's a way you can actually get rid of it. But my methods are kind of like very, let's just say, crazy, but it works. uh it just takes some time, and I tried it with someone, and they were like, no, I'm not doing that. No, the hell, no, no, hell to the no. Right? And we and so but it worked. I was scared of fights those days, and when I was in school. But then suddenly I just looked down, okay, and I saw I was on the fifth floor of a building, and I looked down, and suddenly my vision was just like going like this, like I'm like hallucinating, or I'm like, like I'm like going in circles, and I'm like, I want to get up, and I just want to just stop looking down. But then I got off, and I'm like, everyone, I love the sky. Okay, I love flying. And at that moment, I haven't even been on a plane yet, and I was maybe about 17 years old, and I haven't even been on a plane yet, and so all I could think of is, wait a minute, if I'm scared of heights, what's the plane going to be like? If I love to travel, right? Since I was a kid, since the time I can remember, I would love to travel. I would love to walk. I would love to go from this city to that city just for the fun of it, right? And I would just always bother my parents and be like, please take me here, please take me there. And they'll be like, what's wrong with you? We already went there yesterday, and like, I want to go there again. And I would love to travel, right? And every time, okay, I would see that mostly when I my most of my my dreams are involves a lot of traveling, and also to fly, right, on the plane. It involves the plane. So at that point I was thinking, uh I spoke to some people, and I was thinking to myself, and they helped me a lot, and they're like, I want to travel a lot, so, like, so go travel. But I'm scared of heights. Oh. And all I could think of is, I didn't know what to do. Then I went back there the next day, and I looked down, and once I did that, my entire vision was going haywire. Okay, and I'm losing it. I'm actually losing it, and I'm like, no, I want this to work. I just want to keep working. I just kept looking down. I just kept looking, and I focused on the bottom. Okay, I held myself back, of course, and of course I did not. I was making sure that I was in a safe position to look down, and also in a safe place to look down as well. I looked down, and I kept looking and looking, and suddenly I noticed it didn't take. It took a long time, but suddenly I sensed that my vision is starting to get steady. And then after I like realized, okay, I'm done with the fear, right? I've been looking down at all that time, and all I had to do was that, and now my fear of heights is gone, and now finally I can travel, and I have this, well, let's just call it daredevil things that I would like to do, like not just skydiving, or even parachuting, but sky gliding, I believe. I forget. It's like for those of the Call of Duty mobile players. Okay, you must have seen that when you jump off the plane, you glide. Okay, you glide with a wingsuit on you, wingsuit gliding. That's what it is. And so I would love to do that. Right. I mean, just because I got over a fear, I'm like, hey, I want to go next level. Okay. I mean, this is life. Okay. If life is not meant to be restricted, life is meant to be, you want to go everywhere. True. We've also been connected with work, and, we have to earn our way now, but also by having to go to such places like this wonderful place of camping at Devon, the Shafam Trust, and also is because you do want to get back to nature, because we are actually from nature. Okay, so you want to connect with nature. If you're on a path of like enlightenment, okay, or even a person who actually who wants to know more about life, and who wants to be like, what are the experiences that you want to learn from life? Well, you can always, okay, be a part and take part in nature, be a part of nature, connect yourself with the roots of the trees of nature, and have an amazing time. Connect with nature, because you and I, we are a part of nature. All right, so you don't need to be a pro camper at this. Okay, now the single built tents are cozy and furnished. There you go. So even then, you'll still have your comfort. All right, you won't have to worry about rocks underneath the tent, when they're like, when you're sleeping, what is that? I can't get that off. Oh, it's under the tent. Sometimes, when you go camping, you just want to go outside, to put your hand under the tent, or even like, go under the tent to just get that one single rock, so that you can have your comfortable spot to sleep in. But now everything is furnished. It's even experience in mindfulness. You learn all the techniques you need on the retreat, and staying in an area of outstanding natural beauty. You'll get stuck into meditation, nature sensing. Once you actually find a place in nature, let's say you find a comfortable spot, okay, maybe right under the tree where the sunlight is just right, and the sound of the nature is just more cozy for you, like birds chirping, and also like leaves just falling. Maybe if you are completely still, maybe a snake will just mind its own business and just go away. All right, and hey, you are nature. Okay, if you're not a threat to nature, nature is not a threat to you. All right, remember those words. My father told me that. And if you I'll say that once again. If you are one with nature, nature is one with you. If you do not harm nature, nature will not harm you. All right. Be nature itself. Okay. You might have seen a lot of people. Okay. Like, and I'm actually talking about people like Dean Schneider is has been one of my major roles in when it comes to major idols when it comes to nature. Okay, he has been through a lot of things. Okay, especially, and also he lives with lions. Okay, I love lions. And also he lives with them, and also the lions have actually accepted him into his pride. Not just him though, his cameraman is also accepted into the pride, so that he that's why he you can actually check him out. I'm pretty sure most of you actually know who Dean Snyder is, and he is a human being with who is attached to the pride, to a lion pride. All right, and they look after him so well. He was telling everyone about during after a few months. I believe this was last year. That obviously it could have been last year. It sounds so matching that it was last year. That he wanted to. Have have be one with nature, but for months and months he couldn't even visit the lion pride, and he was one he just went out there after 4 months. He was just like thinking, man, he didn't even think. Okay, a normal person would think, man, what if they've forgotten me? What if they start attacking me? But this guy, okay, he just goes like, I don't know what their reaction is going to be, right? And I just want to know but I just want to see them like his own family member, because he's the pride. Okay, the lion pride is a family, right? And they've accepted him, and he just went out there, and from out of the blue, every lion from the pride, okay, starts running towards him, and they start hugging him. Yo, where you been, man? What you been doing? Like, what? You forgot about us? You know how the friends say, your friends say, like, right? You're like, "Oh, you forgot about us, man. What? Come on, really? You really forgot about us?" And but they didn't. They're like, "Hey, welcome back." Lions who most people thought are gonna be like, "Oh man, this lion is gonna eat us. He's gonna eat us." No, lions do have a heart also, and lions do have a brain as well. I mean, they have a lion pride, and also they've accepted. I mean, they're not. Animals are the same as us. Okay, they probably think the same way as us. They just don't know how to express it because we of different species, right? And but we understand each animal, right? So we can always, okay, actually be one with nature. All right, being one with nature is also not just the trees, okay, not just the sound of nature, but also nature itself. Animals are nature. Whether we like it or not to be called by it, we are animals. We are a different kind of species, okay? We might say we are the superior beings of the entire earth. Really. I would have a few words to say about that. Even I don't want to be called the superior being, because otherwise we won't be fighting each other, but we will be, having having a nice time with each other, right? We will be one with nature. Everyone will be under one place. But how can we be the superior beings if we are the ones, destroying nature itself? But we are not even trying to improve it. But yeah, well, some people would say that, but I also be like, you know what? I wouldn't call us superior beings. Animals, who the ones we call animals are the superior ones to me, because you know what? They are the ones that actually keep nature going, and it's because of the little nature we have is the reason why we actually can breathe. Okay, end of the day, we also want our water. Nothing beats water. Let's have a high five for that. Okay, and let's just have be one with nature, in the sense it's like, because we need nature, not because it's a choice. It's never a choice. All right, but it's all about being one with nature. So if you're particularly interested in all the plant power, you can know Shah Farm also runs a separate 3-day foraging retreat. Okay, and I'll just put up a picture. Okay, and also they've like, oh man, the the different kinds of green is amazing. Okay, and it's just one with nature. It just looks like a normal thing, and just nature is something which you can actually actually be have a stress relief from. Okay, most of the time we also want to be connected with nature, but then we fail because of, well, life, reality, work. Okay, we have a schedule to run by. We have, oh, it's 5 o'clock. What am I doing at 5? I'm doing this. Just imagine you lose this. Okay, you lose the watch and you throw it away. What's going to happen? We are going to lose it. All right, it will take us some time to actually get used to it, but as soon as we get rid of time, okay, or not just time, as soon as we get rid of the tracker of time, that is this, and as soon as we get rid of it, we will sleep whenever we want. We will wake up whenever we want. We will do whatever we want whenever we want, and go back to where we're supposed to be, right? If you want to sleep for 24 hours, hey, you should have the right to sleep for 24 hours. Okay, if you want to, if you want to be like, oh, I'm just going to stay on bed the whole day, you have the right to say that. But if you keep doing that, like every time, if you be lazy, then you are just wasting precious time, my friend. Okay, this doesn't give you time. This shows you how long you have left. All right, so this is why we should get rid of this. We think that we are limited and that we can't do much things, and that we just want to keep, like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, I got 2 hours more. I'm gonna just make sure that I do this. All right, why can't you take your own time? Right, taking your own time is actually the most beautiful, the most best blessing you could get, right? You would want some time for yourself, but then some people do want some time for themselves, but then sometimes when you say alone time, it's like, when I say alone time, I actually mean with my best friend. All right, I actually mean with my girlfriend. Okay, that's what I mean. It's basically like that. I don't want to be alone. No. Sometimes, what if I'm thinking to myself and I'm like, wait, what about this question? What am I going to do? What if my friend has gone through it and I'm thinking, oh, well, but he's not here. I don't want to tell him. I don't want to tell my girlfriend either. I really want to just have time for myself. But because see, even some people actually do follow through that. Some people actually think they don't have to think about asking someone else. They were sure, okay, I have this to fix, right? I have this to do. I want to fix this in myself. You will think like that. But then other people would be like, there are people who actually need help. Okay, just because someone says you need to find yourself, do everything alone, doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. Okay, if you find a person who is willing to stay with you no matter what and help you in whatever way, like in every inch and every second of every day, no matter what, who never tells you go find your own self, okay, or but then if someone says go find your own self, then that's not exactly a help. That's like, oh really, that's news I never heard before. Oh, I could have thought of that for free. Exactly. But if you find a person, you'll be like, hey, get together with me, let's find each other together. Hey, that's the best place to do. Okay, we do need our motivation. Okay, because sometimes when you tell someone, okay, that you need to go find yourself, I'm like, okay, but how? I don't know, go find yourself. Why would you do that to a person, right? I mean, there are so many people out there who do that, right? They want to be um, formal foundation. Yes, this is live. Good morning. Actually, good evening. Hope you have a beautiful day and great to have you on the show as well. Yes, this is live and great to have you too. Okay. So we were talking about why we need a proper time to make sure that everything is going okay. We need time to find ourselves, and that is why I was thinking of this, talking to you about this topic, because this is something that I need too. I'm not just saying that you need it. I'm talking to me. I'm just talking to you, but for this for myself too, right? And places like these, okay, the places of nature can also help you be one with it. You leave a tree. Okay, go to a forest and just plant a tree. Okay, remember where you planted it, and then once a month go check on it. Okay, just leave it somewhere in a place where you'll remember. Okay, just plant it over there. I'm pretty sure, okay, that's going to have a better growth. Okay, because it's in nature itself. It has everything around it, water, like proper fresh air, and also proper sunlight, and growing, and also grow the same plant on the same day at your home. Okay, look after it, right? And if obviously the nature one is going to grow more better, okay, or sometimes it could even go the other way. Animals could even, maybe dig it out and take the seed away. Next day you will be like, oh, it's gone. But that is how it works. Okay, sometimes you will lose it, sometimes you will actually have the time to see it grow. But that doesn't mean that you have to not do anything. All right, keep moving forward. And also, when I say moving forward, like, again, is because that you need to have a peace of mind. All right, even though I'm not some specialist who's going to tell you that, okay, I am here to talk to you about life. Yes, I has my degree. Okay, this is my degree in life, so here we go. No, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to you like a normal person. Okay, basically, I'm just telling you what I would tell my friend about. We need to some time as well. uh Oh, formal foundation. Thank you so much. I don't think it. Form. He says. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would grow better if you're checking it on monthly. The plant, in its instance, your own mental health. It would grow if you remove the toxic harm that is around said plant. Hey, that's some good advice, man. Thanks a lot. Removing the toxic items from your life will assist you in bettering you watering yourself as a plant. Man, respect, bro. Respect to you, formal foundation. Thank you so much. Okay, you learn something every day from people. All right, thank you so much for that, and hope you have a wonderful time. And thank you so much for sharing what you have learned. And yes, So removing toxic items from your life will assist you in bettering you watering yourself as a plant. Look after yourself like a plant. Love yourself. All right. And then you will help the whatever's around you grow well as well. So we actually have a lot of things that we can talk to about. Now, I've been talking to you about travel and pop culture and how everything is, okay? Hey, just imagine, you go to a forest and you do a TikTok right here, okay? And you just put it out. People would love to see it. Some, of course, yes, they're not very fortunate in actually going to places like this. But looking at it also, it gives you a certain feeling of enjoyment. You're like, wow, it's a nice place. All right. Hey, that's cool. I wish I was there. And one day maybe that person will actually whenever you plant, actually there'll be a lot of things that you can do. And one with nature is is a one way of actually making sure that you have a wonderful time, okay? And as one with yourself, your mind, body, and soul needs to be connected, your chakras to be connected, everything to be connected. Okay, nothing to be loosed up. Hey, we got to go into a small break. Okay, I'll be back soon, and we'll talk more about more wonderful places as well, more nature, one with nature kind of places. Okay, so we'll be back right after this. Keep it locked, keep it tuned in. This is Relax Radio with yours truly, Kyle, till 12 a.m.
Again, but now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are. Nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no, if that makes sense.
They can't accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter. Yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it," and that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
One of the easiest ways to increase your net worth is to ensure that you have higher cash flow. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to not buy things on hire purchase, not buy things over months and months because you can't afford them now, but you want it. It's kind of that delayed gratification. Rather than buy that couch, that car, that stereo, that computer, whatever item, and pay it off over 12, 24, 36 months at an interest rate, rather invest that money, make do with what you've got, and then after 12, 24, 36 months, take the money that you've now invested and buy that good. An asset could be anything that appreciates or reduces a tax bill. So it could still be a liability, but it reduces their tax bill. And I'm not going to go into the technicalities because that's out of our remit here. However, for our use or our purpose, what we are talking for the listeners here is I would put this definition of an asset forward. An asset is anything that increases your income. Anything.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, if you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK.
Welcome back to the show, and as well, this is The Vibe with yours truly, Kyle, and we've been talking about a lot about yoga, okay, and so how it can actually, there are destinations out there that can help you follow yoga. Now, the reason why I brought yoga in is actually because, well, there are a lot of things why yoga, okay, will be very helpful to everyone. Now, also, formal foundation again. Remember when you plant a plant in your backyard and you give it sticks to allow it to grow around. These sticks are the things you learn in life. Thank you so much, as well. Once again, and thank you so much for actually giving us a beautiful explanation as well. Greatly appreciate it, and hope you have a wonderful time too. All right. And the reason why yoga, okay, is actually going to help you because during last year 2020, when Corona actually hit a lot of people, okay, a lot of people lost their jobs, okay, then jobs, or some people who still had their jobs still had to go through a lot of things because some of their teamworks actually lost their teammates lost their jobs, so they had to take on their work too, and okay, with also maybe a few deduction in salaries as well. So it was a tough time. Okay, it was not a time to be like, oh no, what am I going to do now, right? It was a time. Oh, I need to do something. You can't think. Why? Because you can't do anything. You are on a lockdown. You are on a complete lockdown at that time, and all you can do was, well, just wait. Sit back and wait for everything to calm down so that the lockdown releases. But maybe you did find something online, but most of the people out there, okay, now I'm talking this on a personal experience from my friends. and also regarding me as well, there was a time where I would also, I lost a job, and also for about, for a long time I was without one, right? And I was wondering, what am I going to do? And I'm like, you can't. Okay, money doesn't buy happiness, but then that's where you learn it does. Money does buy happiness. I mean, and it's very expensive. But when you don't have money, you don't have, well, anything to work for. You only have, well, at that point, your other friends would come see you, okay, who would be wondering, it's been a while. We've been waiting to catch you. Who are they? Anxiety and depression. Man, sometimes, when they attack you, you just gotta be like, oh, I have nothing to fight you with now. Yeah, exactly. So just imagine going through that for 4, 5 months, and maybe some people actually still going through it because some people don't want to actually step out of the house, right? But the reason is you need to set your mind, okay, to making sure that whatever you fear, okay, is just a hallucination. All right, it's just something that you are gonna be like, oh, well, maybe what's on the other side. What if I get through this fear of this fear that I will not get a job one day, this fear that I'm just going to, well, just wash away because of a lockdown and because I lost my job or something like that. That's what I was thinking mostly. Also, while when I lost my job, I was thinking, what am I going to do? Like, I mean, I would love to watch some Netflix. I would love to, play some games, but then you can't do that all the time. There's going to be a time where it's going to get to you, and you're going to be like, you're about to explode. Blow your mind, and you're going to be like, what? You just had an overload of things. All right, you just had a major overload of things, and you're just going to be like, oh, I really can't do it. This is where you can actually help by practicing yoga. All right, practice yoga, and also it will give you mostly a peace of mind. All right, and that is one way to actually, a lot of people actually say that to actually work with yoga, okay, to actually do yoga is to change the environment. Okay, basically change the environment around you, okay, your daily environment around you for about maybe a week or two, or maybe I would prefer a week or two. Okay, you can't find yourself in overnight, not on a weekend. I mean, come on, let's be real here, people. If we are not going to be like, oh, on Saturday I will start working on myself, Sunday I'm back, okay, Sunday I'm back, I found myself. Yeah, for those people, I never trust them. I'm like, yeah, it's been, I've been in this world for a lot. I've been in for many years now, and I'm still finding myself. And I discover new talents, like, every day. Sometimes, yeah, I discover a new something that I'm not good at. Okay, I've been doing it for so long, but then I realized, okay, I'm not good at this. This is not me anymore. I was good at it at some point, but now after I'm losing interest, right? And now I want more, right? Now I want to see what's on the next level, right? So we have to keep moving forward, even though, just like Formal Foundation said, the sticks that you keep around the plant to make sure that it stays up is actually the things you have learned in life, whether it's from the good or whether it's from the bad. It's still gonna be what you learn. It's all about what you learn, whether it's a good or bad. Those are going to still keep you up. They're going to make you stronger, and also which will help you get an inner peace of mind, right? So if you do want more in nature, okay, now we were talking about earlier about the places that you can go for a proper yoga, proper yoga sessions. And the first one was the Tree, North Yorkshire. It's best for relaxation. Gaia House, Devon, best for meditation. And also Eco Yoga, Scottish Highlands, best for eco warriors. All right. And then we have Yoga Hub Retreat, East Sussex, best for bespoke getaways. And not forgetting the BFFs, LB and SB, the two Cocker Spaniels, two dogs. Okay. The band's best friends, everyone's best friend. All right. And the Shah Farm Trust, Devon, the best for getting back to nature, the one where you are actually surrounded by nature, with also furnished tents. Okay, very cozy and furnished tents. You don't have to worry about the uncomfortable the rocks which you are going to be spending on. So you're going to have more time as well, and a better sleep during that nature. I mean, the best sound that you can actually have is nature. Okay, just imagine rain falling around you when you're in your room, when it's raining, and when you hear rain, you're like, ah, you're gonna have a nice sleep tonight. All right, that's how it's gonna be. We love nature sounds. Okay, we love the sound of the wind. All right, we love a lot of things. Okay, we love sunshine, we love rain, we love everything. Okay, and we also love a lot of things, but what is mostly the sound that we work for, right? We work for a lot of sound. We wake up like to an alarm on our phone. Maybe sometimes you want to have a loud alarm. It all depends on you. You'll be like, okay, now is the time for you to wake up. But then we hear, maybe we have ringtones like rain, thunder. Okay, thunder and lightning. All right, lightning, you can be, the phones have these apps now that you can actually hear and all that, all the lightning sounds, and also all the lightning and also the thunder sounds. All right, and mostly we actually need what we really need is sound therapy. Did I say that right? I think it is sound therapy. Okay, sound therapy actually helps you set the is it involves a lot of sound waves that connect with your brain, and also help you understand what are the soothing sounds in your life, and also the best. I'm really not sure more about it, but I think sound therapy is something like that. Especially with the best sound therapy for me is the one that where I find myself very calm is when I am around nature. Okay, even when I'm in my room, if the sound of rain makes me so happy. All right, I mean, I would, it makes you feel, high. Okay, you love it. You get the sense of the cold breeze in your room, and you want to keep the windows open, right? And you want to be like, oh wow, I miss this. Sometimes some people actually they prefer walking on the rain, like without an umbrella, because like you can actually have a better time, right? I mean, oh yeah, you come back home sneezing, and yeah, everyone's gonna think, you have the coronavirus, don't you? You're like, no, I just went on the rain. What are you doing going to the rain? What is wrong with you? You're like, exactly. Some people don't understand why some people do that, but it's something like a relaxation method. Okay, some people will think, yeah, you are going to get the cold. You only get like, you only sneeze for like maybe an hour or two. Okay, and then after, just drink a cup of coffee, and then after, you're done. Okay, I mean, why would you skip out on so much fun? Okay, when you can have on the rate fun and just be like, okay, just have a cold for like maybe 2 hours. Okay, hey, those are something that anyone can do. All right, you can't be with a cold for 2 hours. Oh, come on. What about the other things that life throws at you? How are you going to back out from them too? I don't think so. Now, time to log off is also another place. It's various locations. It's called time to log off. Exactly. So nature, one with nature is actually like time to log off, mostly like one of these places. So it's best for digital detox. Now, if you can't remember the last day you had without looking at your phone, you, like everyone else, are probably in need of a digital detox, right? It's all about social media. All right. Now, even though we watch a lot of things through the phone, through the screen, we wake up now actually looking at our phones and being like, okay, let's go to Facebook. Oh, let's go to TikTok. Let's go to social media. Everything is on the phone. But no one's telling you not to be on the phone. You are there because end of the day, we are always wondering for new search content. Okay, I need this, I need that. All right, okay. Oh, what's that? That's a cool video. Ha ha. Okay, fine. Next. That's how it is. Sometimes during that social media time, you can actually have a nice time. Like now, just like now. All right. Now we are actually having a conversation. That's time for conversation. There's a time for a lot of things that we can go for. But mostly when we are going for travel, okay, this is something that we need to do. All right. I learned this last year from a dear friend as well, who also he told me, whenever you go for a vacation, leave your phone in the corner. All right. Do not take your phone out of the room. Right. Lock your room. Make sure that no one takes the phone, because you're going to need it once you get back to reality. Right. So once you leave the phone, okay, remember, never go back to it unless someone gives you a call. But if you don't want to answer it, do not answer it. Okay. You are on your vacation. But if some emergency, you have to go. But I would suggest answer only for family and friends. Okay. Not for work. So let's actually, it's actually time for actually to make sure that you get that relaxation time. All right, you need to get off the digital world. It's not going to work anymore. Everything when you spend most of your day hunched over the screen, or scrolling through Instagram, like I said, there are major benefits. Okay, to be actually had quite literally switching off your social media time. All right, and most probably you can actually have a proper time without the digital world. Right, end of the day, we are humans, we have eyes, we need to recharge them, we need to have a lot of things in our minds as well, so we can actually keep, well, be one with nature for once. Have a digital time. Now, actually, you've done with the digital time. Get the digital detox and actually get a nature kind of vibe. Okay, that is what that is what we all want for each other. Right now, if you're scrolling through Instagram, you meet, and especially these days, you find these through Instagram. Okay, but once you do that, you found everything on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Maybe someone sent it to you right now. But once you get there, give your time that give you that give you let give yourself that time to actually enjoy what you have found, just like this best time to log off. Okay, log off everything. All right, if you want, change, get a normal phone, get one of those small phones that you can actually, like, just the calls and the text messages, not no internet whatsoever. All right, or hey, have or actually build your willpower and be like, no, I'm not touching the phone for this weekend. I am going to enjoy this trip I am in, this vacation, do some yoga, and get on with my life once I'm done with it, and then I will touch my best friend the phone. As its name suggests, time to log off runs various retreats to swap mindless browsing for mindful connection. And also, each retreat includes a full program of yoga. All right, so that is what you need. You need that peace of mind. So, mindfulness practice and skills to help set technology boundaries. Okay, nope, you are not given any amount of boundaries for this technology when you and your device get back to real life. Okay, you only get it once you're done here. Okay, then that's when you log back in. Mhm. So most of the time, we actually want to be we want to be connected with nature, but we a lot of people actually say that, right? We want to be, okay, I want to be one with nature. I actually do want to be one with nature, but they never like, hey, let's go on a trip tomorrow. They're like, no, I really don't want to go out. And then next day again, oh, I want to be one with nature. I'm still waiting for you to come on that trip, okay? Like, no, I'm not coming. I just want to be one with nature. I am going to nature. No. Get rid of the laziness. All right. Go move forward. Move forward with it. Connect with nature. You will find that you will receive much bigger much bigger well much bigger energy levels. All right, you will build on your chakras, you will build on your strength, you will build on a lot of things, and you will always want to be more and more fit, more and more active, and well, that's what you all need, right? We all want to be active, we all want to be fit, and we all want to be healthy. So this is why nature will actually help anyone. Okay, it will help anyone get back and also learn more about themselves as well. So, hey, the time is exactly, well, the time is actually about 1 more hour. Well, 1 more hour till the end of the show. Time does fly, doesn't it? Like, if as long as we have people talking to other people, okay, as long as we keep the togetherness with us, okay, we remember we are all the same. All right, just because there are some few changes doesn't mean that we are different. We are all the same. Nature is the same. We are nature. Okay, we are not with Mother Nature. We are Mother Nature. We are part of Mother Nature. Everyone is a part of Mother Nature. Okay, it doesn't matter if you are from a different country. No, still they still call their nature Mother Nature, right? So this whole earth is Mother Nature, and whatever is in it is a part of Mother Nature. So this is one way to connect with yourselves. Time to log off, various locations. Okay, you can also have, it's not just in one place, there's a lot of places as well. You can also just search it off. Time to log off. The destination is also is the best year for retreats for the 2021 place as well. They also have a major pond, and for a second I thought, if you do get this, they actually have a wonderful set of green. Green is the color of, I think green is the color of peace of mind, isn't it? It's nature. End of the day, nature. When you think nature, I think the color. I think the color green, right? I think when you think sky, I think the color blue. It's just that simple. So having some green, even having some flowers around in your room can actually, having nature in your room. Okay, maybe you want to have little cactus plants around you. Maybe you want to have maybe a fish bowl. Look after your fish, a goldfish maybe, and or maybe set up a nice fish therapy. That's called fish therapy. I believe you make up a tank with some lights on it. Create a nice home for the little fishy, and then you can actually have by looking at fish is a therapy itself, because you wonder what do they think, right? You wonder they just go around the water, just swimming away, and then but once you do that, okay, the real idea of actually getting through therapy is actually living without it. So once you are done with your fish, okay, with the goldfish or your tank, remember, take the goldfish and let it go, free it, because you know why? Because we all would love to be free. So you have to let other things that you want, that are yours, okay. If it needs to be free, it needs to be free. Have it for some time, okay. Look after it for some time. All right, look after the fish. Feed the fish every morning and every night, and give it something to eat. But then, when you are done with when it's fully grown, okay, and it's now too big for the tank, well, that is the time you need to release it. Okay, you need to release it into its own nature, into its own home, and that is the ocean. Which is why we as humans need to go back to nature, to connect, to get back on track. We are humans. We live on the earth, and we would want to connect to nature. So the places like this, like Time to Log Off. Actually, that's a beautiful name to it. It's in various locations. It's also best for digital detoxing. And earlier we spoke about the Shafam Trust Devon. It's also another place full of nature. And then we have the Yoga Hub Retreat, East Sussex, and it's best for bespoke getaways. A home away from home is called, and Eco Yoga, Scottish Islands. Okay, best for eco warriors and everyone who wants to actually have a more peaceful and a warrior mind by silence and everything. Gaia House Devon, best for meditation. And the Tree, North Yorkshire, best for relaxation as well. We have more places coming up. Okay, yes, I did find a lot of places for you, and it's amazing. Okay, some of us don't actually like to have just nature. Okay, we want to be indoors, but we want to hear everything. We want to see a lot of places. Sometimes we just want to be away from our home, because sometimes, let's face it, most people actually go through depression from home, right? We all go through depression from home because we find ourselves restricted a lot. We find that we want to move somewhere, but because of the current financial issues that people are facing, we realize that we need to live our lives alone, and also with other people. Okay, not with the people who grew up with, but with other people. But remember, do not ever forget from where you came from, though. Remember that everyone in your life has been a part of your life, has been a blessing, and also that you want to be connected with everyone. Okay, so if you do think that, then make sure that you go to places like these to actually help have a wonderful time. Now, also this other place, okay, now this is an indoor place. Okay, it's called Our Retreat Somerset. Okay, Somerset. It's called Our Retreat at Somerset. Now, it's best for Lux Retreat, hosted in a luxury farmhouse surrounded by 42 acres of lush woodland. And it's a retreat offers a pampering escape of rushed city folk. Well, you all know who this is. The early morning people who wake up early in the morning, who actually have to go running to work. You'll be like, put on the tie and then wash your face. Wait a minute, I did not do this. And you go back home, go back home till you get to work, until you get everything in your, in you, okay, until you get everything in sorted out. You just go out, and then you want, wait, I forgot my purse, I forgot my wallet, I forgot my purse, and you go back. Okay, wait, I forgot my, where's my tie? Oh, I don't have my tie. I forgot my phone. Oh no. Yeah, the rush people. Okay, early in the morning, trying to get back to work, trying to use the public transport to get to work safely. But then again, although they may have a wash and everything, and you have neat clothes worn and all that. When once you do travel outside, it's just not even 2 hours. You just see it's all well ruined basically. So you can't happen, right? If you go from home, if you don't leave your home with a positive attitude, okay, with a positive version of yourself also. It doesn't matter if you have to go, even let's just say life is beautiful, right? When the start of life is all beautiful, but from the baby, and it goes on till the end of its life. But during that time, experiences change the person. All right, they could change the person into the negative way, they could change the person into a bad way, right? So this is why we need to find ourselves when it comes to travel, and also connecting with nature. So Pilates and also a yoga aplenty. Pilates and also yoga aplenty. If you can drag yourself away from the plush bedrooms, my goodness, it's actually the bedrooms. I think I would just sleep there for about a whole week. They look so comfy down there. And also, if you're going by car from London, 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's not bad. Hey, it's just a short distance away. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Come on, anyone can do 2 hours and 40 minutes. Anyone can do 4 hours either. All right. So if you really do want to get away from reality, all right, make sure that you do this. All right. Go for it. Go for it. Go and live. Go and start to live your life. All right. By simply just easing your mind, and also just making sure that everything in your life goes smoothly. And most of the time also, we also want to be a part of nature and also part of home. Sometimes most of us, we find it very easy just to stay at home and find ourselves. So that's all right. Okay, that's actually all right. It doesn't have to change of a destination doesn't need to change just because you want to be like, I want to stay here, and then I want to be like, oh, wait a minute, I actually want to find myself here. I'm going to stay at home and find myself. You can do that. If you do think that you can find yourself at home, okay, if you do think you can have no distraction at all, and that you can have all the time you need to find yourself, then go for it. No one's telling you can't. I'm not saying, okay, just because I'm sharing some places with you, some amazing places also, doesn't mean that you have to go to a place like this to find yourself. You can also just find yourself right now, even if it's possible, but it takes time. Okay, that is why you need at least maybe a week even. Okay, maybe a week to actually give yourself time. Get away from everything, from social media, from work, from family, from even the drama that you are facing. You will have to, to just get away from social media and just like find yourself. Just be with yourself. Think what you want to do. Okay, don't just think work. Just think about life itself. Life is work is a part of life. Problems are a part of life, and everything is a part of life. So make sure that you are that perfect person. Okay. When I say perfect, I'm just again with the phrase nobody's perfect. But if you just follow that path, and you will be one with yourself, and also you will have the balance of yin and yang. Okay, once again, yin and yang as well. Negative and your positive thoughts will actually be good for you, right? And also balancing your life out means balancing your time, your energy, and also your mindset. Okay, no matter what, you are going to get through something right like that. Okay, once you are balanced, everything seems to be a-okay. So yeah, everything. So now the place of in Somerset, our retreat, it's called our retreat. So check that out as well. And Their 3-night yoga and meditation retreat includes protein shakes, wholesome meals, and plenty of time to relax in front of the fire or sunbathe on the lawn. There we go. There we go. You don't have to, cross your legs together and, be all like, oh, well, I am now in motion. I will now be at peace. Some people actually find that very satisfying, and also just being with one like this. Of course, yeah, it's good to be in a pose, okay, but then for some people they just want to be like, let me just look out here in this nature and just wonder, oh wow, that's nice, that's very nice. Right. Well, we'll be back with more. We're just going in for a short break, okay? Kayos, I'm not a human. No, I need a break, okay? I'm just kidding. I love talking to you guys. And also thank you so much for everyone who sent in their messages as well. And yes, we do need to work more on our lives than on our work lives. That is very true, Samantha. Thank you so much as well. And also, we got more fantastic things, more places to talk about. And also, hey, if you're looking for weekend getaways too, there's also the Peak District, which I spoke about earlier. My goodness. Okay, if you really want that Lion King feeling of going on top of the mountain and just looking over your land or looking over your kingdom, well, this is the place to go. The Lake District, okay, slightly gentler cousin, has loads to recommend it. Pretty market towns, but this place right up on this hill where you see the entire the sky, the earth, and also together as one, like the proper Lion King feeling. You go up there and you'll be like, I'm king of the world, and that's the kind of feeling that is. So if you want a weekend, you don't have to go for the yoga retreat itself. Sometimes you have yoga doesn't work for everyone. Okay, sometimes people just find it easy for them to just go sit back and relax and just sit down and wait, think to themselves. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a pose. It doesn't have. Sometimes even a walk could actually help a person get through a lot of things. So with more of that, we'll be back. Okay, we're going in for a short break right now, and I'll be back with more fantastic places to spend yoga. My name is Kyle, by the way, here with you till 12 a.m., giving you nothing but the best. And I'm going to also give us a shout as well on 07852473473. And you can download the app as well on the Apple App Store and also the Android app Play Store as well. Follow us on Instagram, Relaks Radio as well. And TikTok too, Relaks Radio. I mean, hey, we got some talented people here who can do a lot of TikToks. So, hey, that is the new trend anyway, okay? So we are in it, all right? We will do whatever we can to have a fun life and also to make also all of you wonderful listeners living in to make sure that you have a wonderful life too. We'll be back.
But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, how much has changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young, well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, you had one to forget.
That's it. Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, you had one to forget. Get over it. And that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. I mean, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday. And what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I saving or investing for? Why am I doing it? When will I need the money? And how much money do I need? Yeah. So that's quite important, because when you're looking at your net worth, you got to start with saying, well, what do I want my net worth to be, so that there's a goal, and then work backwards. How do I get there? And if I can start with £50 or $50 a week, if I save that every week, and you can go online and use calculators online. I don't have to teach you the maths behind it, but you can say, okay, and if I get a 3% return and I put this away for how long will it take to reach my goal? And that's called just this basic cash flow projection calculations. And it's what we use in financial planning all the time. What we say to clients is we say, okay, what is your goal? What is your objective? Where do you want to go to? And we discuss that in a lot of detail and over most of the meeting. And then the rest of it is saying, okay, in your exact circumstances, with your risk profile, with how you feel about investments and pensions and taxes and where you are and who you work with, and your education level or your lack of education or how involved you want to be. There's a lot of variables that we take into account, and then we say, okay, here's a plan. You start like this, that's great. And then we review it all the time. And we say, okay, we need to increase it, we're on track, we're not, this is what is happening. Because remember, when you're dealing with assets, the valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday, and what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's a struggle. Yeah. So there are strategies everywhere from £50 a week up to £100 million, and they're different. Right? They range differently from everyone, but and from country to country, to be fair. Different countries have different tax laws, so different vehicles. But from your point of view, at the sort of normal end, I'm not going to call it the low end because I'm in that boat as well. It's as tax efficient as you can get it. That's where you start. You use all the tax efficiencies, and then you step up into different things.
There's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. You buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that the rich pay less taxes, or the poor pay more taxes. Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true. The rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends, and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK. We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value, it may still be doing quite a good thing.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. And also, we'll be talking more about one more place which is good for to have a proper yoga retreat. Yoga retreat time. Okay, Rebecca Wilson. Now, this one is for the women, the ladies of every who are wanting an escape as well. It says here, best for wild women. Rebecca Wilson is also in various locations as well. Now, when she's not hosting healing circles in Manchester, Rebecca Wilson runs regular women-only retreats around the UK and beyond. So this is something that you can also get in touch with. Now, this is only for women, okay? Men, stay away. Okay, do not even come close, right? Okay. So although I'm going to talk about it, but here, ladies, once in a while, just send me something, okay? Right. Basically, when for women also, it's like, let's just face it, man. Women go through a lot. Women go through a lot. Okay, and even during this time as well. Now, during especially Rebecca Wilson, during her deeply healing sessions, Rebecca will delve into meditation, yoga, nidra, and also tea ceremonies and mentorship as she untangles past issues and sets up students with healthy habits for the future. Right. So when it comes to actually like thinking about the future, now that's something that we all get scared about, right? We just don't want to be like, oh, the future. Oh no, what's going to happen tomorrow? Oh no, what's going to happen next week? What's going to happen in 5 years? You know, that question that everyone thinks. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I see myself. Well, not here. I see myself 5 years ahead. If I'm 25 now, in 5 years I'll be 30. That's the question which we get. We don't know how to answer that. Hey, if someone could say where you could be in 5 years, hey, we'll all be working on it and we'll start doing it right now. Okay, but this is something that you need to find yourself every day. Gives you a new lesson to find yourself and to keep moving forward. Okay, it's all about motivating yourself. Anyone can motivate you. All right, anyone can tell you what to do. Anyone can tell you this is wrong. You need to stop it. But it's up to you to choose whether you want to move on with life, or whether you want to actually just stay where you are, okay, and just or whether you want to stay where you are and go wait for an earlier time. Okay, maybe wait for another time. Okay, but sometimes it's all up to you. The choice is yours. Okay, do not let anyone take that away from you. Especially, okay, don't let anyone, and I mean anyone, take that away from you, because a lot of things can actually affect a person in a lot of ways, right? So whenever you want to feel free, right? Whenever you want to be like a lot of you want to be a more connected with the world, and also more connected with yourself, even it's especially for the ladies. Now I know how ladies feel, because my mother, she really likes to, and she really gets it from me. So she wants me to, like, I'm her devil. I'm her little devil. I'm always worrying her, and so I understand that she needs a yoga class. So I'm going to be sending her to this one, and also I'm feeling that I'll be getting a good whacking also in a little bit as well when I get home. But for especially for oh, maybe this is a good time to actually send the mother and the girlfriend for a bondage session at this place. Rebecca Wilson, thank you so much for this one. Right. So we want a crystal, shamanic healing, and free dance around here. Okay, so if you do fear the crystals, and healing, and also free dancing sessions, you should go. You should not go here. But if you don't like to dance, okay, then you can always go for other things. But don't. I'm just saying, it's a free place. Yoga is all about being free with yourself, and how you can actually help other people by first helping yourself, and also getting through this thing that has affected all our lives around the entire earth, coronavirus. Okay, so in either day, coronavirus has made a lot of people hit rock bottom, and now we just need to help them get back up too. We all need it. It's not like okay, the next door person needs it more than I do. No, we all need the same amount as well. We all need to get ourselves back up. Some of us, we were so motivated, all right, so motivated to actually keep moving forward. But then after Corona hit, when we lost our jobs, we thought that all our dreams just came rushing down just because we lost a job, and just we lost an income for a while. Doesn't mean that you should lose your motivation. Okay, you have the dream, but you're just gonna have to wait till everything is settled down for you to keep moving forward as well. So especially in these places, okay, now even for the ladies, okay, now we all know that ladies have a better the ladies who are out there, they have actually a better understanding of and also more often better control in a problematic situation, right? And I'm not saying the guys are not okay. I'm saying that we are also too. But when it comes to a certain situation, like, I'm all basing this on my mother. Okay, if ever there's a time where I want to be like, well, I'll be doing this, and mothers be like, no, no, don't do that. My mother understands. My mother knows, because see, even our own mothers, they all know everything. Okay, and even probably your wife does too, and she wants you to be like, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what you must not do. Okay, you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. Right? You can even send us a message also on the number 078-52473-473, and even download the app as well. Hey, we talk about some actually quite interesting things, and also we also would love to have your opinion too. So send us the message on the number once again, 078 52473 and you can download the app on the Apple Play Store and also the Android store as well, Android Play Store as well. And also follow us on Instagram. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok too. We got amazing things happening. We are not just all about serious talk and everything. We love to have some fun too, because there's supposed to be a balance to things, right? A serious person will always be serious and would never get a joke. A person who is always joking around will never be serious. That's how it is. But if we have both, we can be both, right? And it's not easier said than done. Yes, I know. It's easier said than done. But we should always, be happy. All right. We should do whatever it takes to be happy as well. So before we head on to another place, now this one is Danakosa Lock and Head. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Danakosa Lockenhead. Okay, now this place is best for Buddhism. All right, and Danakosa Lockenhead, and also best for Buddhism in a world of glamping and luxe getaways. Now Danakosa is refreshing, no frills alternative. Okay, now Sente follows traditional Buddhist practices, so it's all about stripped back natural beauty with not a string of bunting inside. Now, surrounded by a stunning landscape of the Scottish Highlands, retreats include deep meditation sessions, yoga, discussions of Buddhism, and long periods of silence for reflection. Wow, for the serious retreaters as well. So, even Buddhism has a lot of ways to teach us. You know, we should all learn everything, and Buddhism actually has some really good methods of proper meditation as well, because that is what it's based on. And it's all about finding yourself, being one with yourself, accepting who you are. Okay, we all should accept who we are. There was a time where we whatever fault we had, whether it's I don't know, maybe whether it's a small scar in your head, or maybe a scar in your eyebrow or something. We just had a scar maybe around our arm, we just didn't accept it. Okay, we are like, we don't like it, we want it to go away. But once you come to a point where, okay, you know what, it's just there, it's not doing anything harm to me, the harm is already done. But this is actually, it's going to remind you that you're not going to do it again, right? So you are going to be you're just going to be like, you will accept it. Okay, you will accept your scar, you will accept everything. And you, at the end of the day, you will accept yourself. And also, this is why, if we all should be, we all should love ourselves no matter what. Okay, and then we should also pamper ourselves by going to these wonderful places, like the Danakosa Lock and Head, and also Rebecca Wilson. It's also in various locations. Now, it's a 3-night awakening feminine getaway retreat for around only women only. Okay, a shared room too. And Rebecca Wilson, various locations, and also our retreat also at Somerset, and not forgetting the Clover Mill at Worcestershire. It's a beautiful place too, and not also with that place is involved with mostly nature and time to log off. It's also something we're all about nature. It's all getting that digital detox. The Shafam Trust Devon is also for basically getting back to nature. All right, nature has a major role that we play in, and we also want to have a proper connection with nature and also ourselves, that we can find the energy we need to keep moving forward. So Eco Yoga Scottish Highlands as well, it's best for eco warriors, and Gaia House Devon, best for meditation. And also finally the Tree, North Yorkshire. Okay, these are the places that we will all be happy to visit. And hey, let us know as well. Okay, see how you can actually be talk more about it. All right, we also can have a better time with it. We can always be connected with nature. We can always have a wonderful time too. So more of that. All right, we want to always be a part of nature, because we want to be connected with with ourselves. We want to be equally, and also equal with our emotions, our feelings. This is why yoga in a different environment could really help you. It's not just these places. You can even, it's all about the place you are comfortable with. Okay, it's not about just being with nature. It's around being what you love to have. Do you want silence? Do you want complete silence? Then go for a place. Go by yourselves. Or even you, maybe when you say go by, maybe you want to go with a loved one. Maybe you want to spend time with a loved one. That's your personal time, and that is a time that you should do. So we'll be talking more about as well. There are more destinations that we can go, and also some pop culture as well coming your way. TikToks have been a big trend in the country since last year, and TikTok is always going to be a topic to talk about, because there are always something new challenges around, and how it works for people. So it helps people to be connected with their social lives. Okay, I mean, these skits where you can always make a joke or something, like, to take a video of it and put a TikTok together. That's something that we can do. All right. It's TikToks basically have changed people's lives. It's mostly like a distraction from actually what happened last year. Okay, from and until now, it's a distraction to be like what's it's still happening though, but it's a distraction for at least for a few minutes. Okay, and we will talk about more about it as well, and also talk about more amazing places like weekend breaks. Now, the Peak District I told you was one. If you really want that, I'm the king of the world kind of place, but not on a Titanic though, but on the top of a hill. This is the place to go. And also we got the Goa Peninsula. Now, this place looks like a magical place. Okay, it looks like man, it looks like it's just going to heaven right here, and it's this southwesterly chunk of Wales is one of the UK's best looking spots. Well, I would say it's the most beautiful spots I've ever seen. In 1956, it became the first area to be hailed as an area of outstanding natural beauty. There we go. Yes, indeed. It's connected with ocean, it's connected with nature, it's connected with hills, and it's also beautiful. Okay, and it's very close to the Swansea, but much of its coastline feels pleasingly remote. Okay, pleasingly remote, and also beaches like Pebbly, Puldew, for instance, they're only accessible by foot. You can explore ruined Pennard Castle and Three Cliffs Bay, and if it waves up, and if the waves are beckoning, you sign up for a lesson of progress of surf school near there as well. Wow, what an experience to have. Even this part is actually a kind of a relaxation method for every one of us to do. So we actually can, we will, and we can find ourselves. It doesn't have to be the most, it doesn't have to be all the expensive places. I mean, true, we need to get back to reality. No matter what happens, we just can't be spending everything that we have. But when it comes to these kind of retreats, okay, it's a life-changing retreat which you will actually have, especially for yoga. You don't have to go for yoga places. You can do, maybe you're your own yoga person, okay, and you're just finding a place to actually go for, but you actually can't find one. But this place right here, I'm going to tell you, is the Goa Peninsula. Okay, it's the most beautiful place. It's also became it's as one of the most beautiful places ever known as well. Yeah, it's natural beauty, outstanding natural beauty indeed. So keep it locked, keep it tuned in. We'll be talking more as well. And well, time is flying, isn't it? I mean, there are so many things that we can talk about when it comes to travel and also pop culture. But when it comes to today's topic regarding travel and pop culture, we are taking yoga into a major role with it as well. So if you have any thoughts, remember the numbers once again, 07852473473, or even you can even send us a message on our app as well. You can download the app, iOS and Android, on the iOS Play Store and also the Apple Play Store. No, wait, I got that mixed up again. Did I? The Apple Play Store. Okay, you can download everything from that, and also from the Android Play Store as well. Make sure that you stay with us, and also give us your opinion. Okay, you're not just here to just listen to what we have to say. You are also here we are also here to listen to what you have to say, because but we are doing this. We do this because we want to see who is with us. All right. And also make sure that you keep it locked, keep it tuned in. We'll be back with more right after this.
Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, has how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Well, you didn't do very well. And they get upset, And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, I'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter. Yeah.
You know, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it," and that was it. So I'd dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. They'd ask me, "Why did you reject my son?" "Oh, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up."
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you know, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of lose. You know, when it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. You know how much. A lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, you know, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. You know, for the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, you know, you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, you know, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods, they're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth. And then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if that, you know, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, you know, in the UK. We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value, it may still be doing quite a good thing.
Again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? "Oh, I haven't rejected your son."
I want to talk about, you know, how the generation gap, how much it's changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no, if that makes sense.
They can't accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset. And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, he'd say to me, "You had one to forget." That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter. Yeah.
He'd say to me, "You had one to forget. Get over it," and that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, "You've had one to forget," God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. I mean, why did you reject my son? Well, I haven't rejected your son. Or daughter. I've just told them that they need to buck their ideas up.
That's the truth right there. I mean, if you think about it, if you check the generations, like right now in the US as well, I've seen a lot of these things as well. In the UK, you get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid. I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
One of the easiest ways to increase your net worth is to ensure that you have higher cash flows. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to not buy things on hire purchase, not buy things over months and months because you can't afford them now, but you want it. It's kind of that delayed gratification. Rather than buy that couch, that car, that stereo, that computer, whatever item, and pay it off over 12, 24, 36 months at an interest rate, rather invest that money, make do with what you've got, and then after 12, 24, 36 months, take the money that you've now invested and buy that good. An asset could be anything that appreciates or reduces a tax bill. So it could still be a liability, but it reduces their tax bill. And I'm not going to go into the technicalities because that's out of our remit here. However, for our use or our purpose, what we are talking for the listeners here is I would put this definition of an asset forward. An asset is anything that increases your income. Anything.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, if you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods. They're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax. through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends, and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if that, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK.
Well, I'm back once again, and it's almost time for me to head out actually, and I hope you guys had a wonderful time too. And also, I want to talk to you more about, okay, if you are not the yoga kind of guy, you are just kind of guy who likes the views of everything to keep you calm and keep you easy. Well, there's one thing that you can do. The Goa Peninsula is one. Winchester is also another place to visit. It always had the looks, but Winchester never used to have that much in a way of personality. But suddenly, though, this handsome cathedral city has become Hampshire's coolest corner. So that's one place to check out before the weekend. And North Norfolk also is also there, and also the Cotswolds and Bristol. Okay, that's a nice bridge. And Oxford, of course, there's another way of spending your weekend. And the Yorkshire Dales, of course, then the Edinburgh, of course, is another place to live. Also, Manchester, again, once as well. So when it comes to actually having, the reason why you actually use yoga is in everything, okay, even to wake up in the morning, you do a yoga stretch, right? You just lift your hands up and you're breaking every possible thing just to stretch out and start your day, like that. And everything that happens, okay, even in your life, it happens for a reason. But then again, sometimes we cannot actually cope with those reasons. We need to actually have some methods to make sure that our mindset stays the same, right? So when it comes to more of that, right, when it comes to a lot of things, when it comes to having a proper mindset, when it comes to also having a proper lifestyle, we need to be one with ourselves, and also one with everything, one with ourselves, and also one that can help us get through, but not just for us, but also for other people. Remember, a life worth living is living for others. Bruce Lee said that. Mhm. It's all about living for other people and also living for yourself. Love yourself, and also you can love another person. So when it comes to, you need to pamper yourself. These are some things that you need to do. If you want to get away for a weekend getaway, okay, you can always head over here and make sure, like in Manchester, Edinburgh, the Yorkshire Dales, Oxford, Bristol, and also the Cotswolds, and a lot of other places as well, and Winchester, the Goa Peninsula. My goodness, this is a place that I want to be at, because it's so beautiful. All right, it's amazing when you look at this. All right, and man, you just want to see more of it. Okay, seems places like this can actually have an actual impact on your lives, that can actually be give you a positive attitude right after you're done with the place, or even for a weekend getaway, and get back to work, and also still remember the memory that you had right over there to keep going. And hey, why not, right? I mean, you have to get back to work. You have to get back to that annoying boss of yours who always wants work and work. Where is my work? Where you haven't done anything? Why aren't you doing this? He is always just falling asleep at his table. Well, what do we do? That is life. He worked hard to where he got there, to where he is, right? So we might as well just let him sleep away while we do his work. No. Right. So when it comes to going for weekends, also just make sure that there's a time where you need to get out of that mess. Also, you don't want to have the same boss going on and on about going things like that, even on the weekend. Sometimes these bosses also have a habit of weekend calling you on your off day, also, right? So this is where you should remember to, thanks to some of the players that actually say that digital detox. Every vacation is a digital detox. Okay, when you get there, you have when you get to a certain room, they always give you a safe, right, to keep safe, to actually keep your valuables. Put your wallet in there, put your phone also in there, right? And just in case your phone battery won't die because you're not using it. Exactly. So when it comes to things like these as well, we also want to have a proper mindset, because you know why? We are sick. We are actually sick of having to deal with the same old sadness every day and every night, and we just want more, right? We just want to have a nice happy life. We want to look up at the sky and be like, oh wow, what a beautiful sky, and other than looking up at the sky like, oh no, what a gloomy day, what a blue day, what a horrible day. We don't want stuff like that. Okay, we want to be positive. We want to be successful, right? Successful people always need to be motivated and confident, and being negative will not help you at all. So it's time for me to actually head out. I hope everyone had a wonderful time, and thank you so much for everyone who actually sent me the message as well. And have a beautiful night. And also, we'll talk more once again on Monday. All right. And until then, this is Kyle signing out. Stay safe and stay blessed. This is Relax Radio here with you. And see you once again. Until then, be safe. Okay. Remember that you are not alone. Okay. You are not alone you're not alone at all. We are all you always have friends around you, and we also have things to talk about. Okay. If there's any certain thing that you want to give out for the people to even listen, okay, and to even some motivation to a person, okay, that's always a good thing. Do it. Go for it. Why not? Until next time, this is Kyle signing out. Stay safe and stay blessed.
Now, there's a lot of conversation around who pays more taxes, if it is the rich or if it is the poor, right? When you are basically going out and during a day, you go to a restaurant, you have to pay taxes there. If you buy a car, you have to pay taxes there. So why is it even a conversation that, the rich pay less taxes or the poor pay more taxes? Why is it a conversation like that?
Because it's true, the rich generally pay less tax. A rich person walks into a Tesco's or a Sainsbury's, they're not going to get a different bill than another person, right? They're still going to pay the same VAT on those goods, they're still going to pay the same thing. So that's all the same. However, the differences come in if you can pay yourself from your own company, you can structure it in a way that you pay less income tax through paying a bit of salary, paying dividends and so forth, and then also deferring income. Also, your pension payments or contributions can be different. So that increases your tax sort of gap, if you want to use it that way. Where a PAYE person just gets paid salary and bonus. And now those are the most highly taxed sources of income in the UK, definitely, in the UK. We've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? Because in a public company where the stock is traded openly on the stock exchange, the value of that stock is driven by supply and demand, it's driven by emotion, it's driven by news, it's driven by quite a lot of variables over and above the actual accounting or total net worth of that company. I mean, we've seen it, right? If an owner of a large public traded company does something wrong, irrelevant of what that company does or how valuable that company is, the stock generally falls into a pool of nothing, right? And the company may still have value, it may still be doing quite a good thing.
it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. Me, why did you reject my son? Oh, I haven't rejected your son.
I want to talk about, how the generation gap, how much has changed, especially when you check the youth nowadays in comparison, to people back in the day.
I'd say when I was younger, it was more disciplined. Not now.
In comparison to now.
Not at all. Not now. The way things are nowadays, the younger generation, you seem that they can't accept the word no. If that makes sense. They can't
accept rejection, essentially, is all you're trying to say.
Yeah, they can't accept the word no. So if you, how did I do? Or you didn't do very well, and they get upset, And when I was a youngster, my father used to say to me, because I used to be sport mad when I was very young. Well, I still am sport mad, but like participating in different sports. And if I had a bad game, for example, my dad would say to me, you had one to forget. That's it.
Your dad sounds like a smart guy. I mean, yeah, that's the real fact of the matter, yeah.
He'd say to me, you had one to forget. Get over it. And that was it. So I dust myself down and do it again. But now, if you say to a child, if I went up to a child and said, you've had one to forget, God, there'd be an inquest. An inquest. Me, why did you reject my son?